Hey, this is Elizabeth Off Grid, and it is 7 days, 6 nights before I will be living in my car full time. And there's a lot of stuff to do, but it's a lot of stuff that I've gotten done in the last week. So in the last week, I took out this seat. I think that was in the last week. So much stuff that it's hard to actually keep track of everything. Vacuumed out the air. I got everything cleaned out. I built the frame for the bed platform stuff, and then did the stain and poly on it. Got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. Took stuff to my 5x5 storage, which is going to be kind of my walk-in closet, garage, attic space to keep things. And I will keep that 5x5 space indefinitely until I have a place that I live that is more permanent, or put something on my land that I have in New Mexico. And then I moved stuff in my 10x10 storage room that I've had for like 15 years, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's full mostly of stuff that I don't want, but I actually have to go through it, which will be a project for later this summer. So only got 7 days, 6 nights left. So what am I doing? Well, if you can see back there a little bit, there's pegboard. This is going to be the backing back there. I will be obviously finishing up and installing the frame. Then I will be cutting the plywood and doing stain poly on the plywood. I actually won't assemble that until almost the last minute because I want the poly to have as much time to cure before I put bed stuff on it. So I might screw it in, but I won't actually make the bed until I am going to be moving in, probably the day of, because I want the poly to cure before, as much as possible, before stuff goes on it. It'd be better if it had longer time, but it doesn't, so we're just going to go with it. And I will actually have to modify the mattress that I bought, because I bought the mattress for a different configuration. Now I've changed it so my bed will be here next to me where the passenger seat was. I'm going to actually show it to you a little bit. So it'll be in this space. This is where the bed will be. This space is only about 5'7" length, and I'm 5'7", so not the best. But this space going through the pass-through, I wouldn't have enough clearance for me so that I would be comfortable with. So I had to change that whole plan. However, I'm actually very glad I have the pass-through, because that will be helpful for me to access the trunk when I'm in the car. When I put the bed frame in, I actually won't be able to access underneath the bed frame. I would have liked to, but then I built it and I was like, oh, yeah. So anyway, the underneath it, which actually won't be very much space, it'll just be like this much space, that will only be accessed from outside the car. So that won't be like where I'll put clothes or anything like that, because I have to get out of the car to get my pajamas. So this pass-through will be very helpful for me to be able to access more of my stuff. Now, the big things that have to happen this week, obviously finishing the bed frame, like I was talking about, getting rid of all my stuff. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but on Tuesday, I hired a junk hauler place to haul off all my furniture. Yes, it would be wonderful if I could sell the furniture on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, which I don't even have Facebook, but whatever, and make a bunch of money and use that to help pay off debt and etc. But you know what? I don't have the time and energy for that. Number one, I don't have the time and energy for that probably anyway, but also since I had COVID, I'm weeks behind. So I have to be efficient, which means you either have time or you have money. I don't have time, so I have to spend money. So I'm going to pay someone to haul off perfectly good furniture. Well, some of it's crap. Some of it's, IKEA junk, but some of it's actually okay furniture, and some of it's actually nice. But someone else will have that, and the junk hauler people put it in their house. They'll give it to charity. I don't know, whatever. I'm not in charge of that anymore. It'll be gone. I'm going to take a load to my son that is their stuff, like including their bike and things like that. One more load. And then I'll have a bit more things to put in my 5x5 storage. My 10x10 is overflowing, so nothing else can go in there. Everything else has to go in the 5x5, even stuff that's not going to go there permanently. And then filling up the car with the things that's going to go in here. Also this week, I'm going to do things like getting through all my laundry, so I'm 100% laundered. I also will be cooking some food ahead of time that I'll put in my cooler. I'll have, probably some shredded chicken. I think I bought some ground beef to make taco stuff. So that way, over the first few days when I'm leaving my car, I don't have to do what I would call real cooking with dishes and everything. I can just reheat food inside my car, and I don't have to do anything complicated. So it doesn't sound like that much when I talk about it, but it's actually a lot. The issue actually isn't the time, it's not the hours, it is my energy. Making a decision about every object that you own, deciding whether or not you're going to keep it or get rid of it, takes a lot of energy. It's very taxing. And I have a lot of clarity about getting rid of stuff because I have a deadline that's very strict. I only have so much space in a car, and living in a Honda Civic means you have a very limited amount of space, and I have my 5x5 storage. Like, that's it. So anything that I think about keeping, it's like, where is this going to go? Is it going to go in my 5x5 or in my car? Like, that's it. Now, I did put some more stuff in my 10x10. It's stuff that I need to go through, boxes of papers and things that I have to go through, and don't have time right now. So that will be part of my project the rest of the summer. And that's the thing, is in July and August, I'm planning to clean out the 10x10 storage, because it's costing me over $200 a month, which is ridiculous. They've raised the fees a lot. They got bought out by some big corporate conglomerate storage thing, and so they keep raising their fees, whatever. But that's a whole, that's a capitalism problem that we're not dealing with today. So the things that have been frustrating me is I have gone to Home Depot so many times I can't even tell you. Like this, I got this stain poly. Yes, it'd be better to do stain and poly separate, but you know what? This is reality. I don't have time and energy for that, to wait for all the coats, So I got the stain poly in espresso, and see how that's like a nice large, this isn't a gallon, but this is not a tiny little canister. So at the other two Home Depots, all they had was the tiny little canisters, and it said that this was in stock, but it wasn't there. And I did not have the energy to go find someone and try to have them look for it, because I just don't. And then at one of the Home Depots, I stepped in dog poop inside the Home Depot, which just took away a whole bunch of energy units to deal with. So anyway, this Home Depot, I think, is a better Home Depot. It opens at 6 a.m. instead of 7, and it had much better stock. And actually, someone also, I was wandering around clueless, trying, not being able to figure out where the pegboard was, and someone asked me if I needed help. So I liked that. I think this will be the Home Depot I come to. Also, they're open at 6 a.m. and they have a bathroom. So this would be another place I could go to the bathroom in early morning, because where you go to the bathroom until 8 a.m. 8 a.m. you can go to parks, and the parks are open. And at 10 a.m. library's open. But before 8 a.m., you have to think about, where could I go to the bathroom? Obviously, I can always go to the gym, but going to the gym multiple times in the same morning seems excessive. I could legally do it. It's not a violation of my terms of service with them, but it's good to have some other places where I can go to the bathroom. Also, Walmart is open at 6. Then other Home Depots open at 7, 8 a.m. A lot of places open like Target. Anyway, I'm going to take this home. I need to get home before traffic starts. The beach traffic and holiday traffic and weekend traffic starts for people going to parks and beaches around here, which is absolutely ridiculous and will last all day until 5 o'clock. So I need to get home before that. It's very early right now. It's 7 something. So there won't be any traffic right now. And today's projects are, number one, actually is filming video for my other channel, because I need to film a whole bunch of video for that channel, because I can do it in my current apartment, and then I'll edit it later on when I'm leaving a car, and then I'll be working on the build. So thanks a lot for watching. If you found this video entertaining or interesting, you'd like to follow along, please subscribe. Post comments below if you have any feedback about what I'm doing, or any ideas, or just want to say hi. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.